Hello, everybody. How are you, people? Welcome to the seventh episode of A Place for High Vibration podcast. This is a series where I interview people virtually, people who have a beneficial perspective on the world, like my guest Miia. Today, we are going to speak about the importance of food, the vibration of food, and how it affects our health, our emotions. I really think that food and what we feed our senses with is so important. So we really must move into a higher vibration because health is wealth. So, Miia, my guest today, why don't you please introduce yourself? Say something about yourself for the people who are listening to this.
Hi everybody, my name is Miia and I come from Finland, and for about 2.5 years now I've been eating predominantly raw vegan, and about 1 year before that I was already eating vegan, and I was so happy with my diet. I thought that I was eating a very healthy diet and I wasn't looking to change anything about that. And then at some point I started having a lot of physical symptoms. I started having rash all over my body. I started experiencing heart arrhythmias. I wouldn't be able to sleep because I got these hot and cold flashes all over my body. And then I had to get up in the morning and go to work with zero sleep practically.
Oh,
And I already knew that I didn't want to go um, to the allopathic traditional medicine or the traditional doctors for this, because I already knew enough to expect them to just give me medication for this, and I knew that there is something else going on. So I started researching uh, on internet. Basically, I was very much on my own on this journey. So I was going over YouTube and finding videos about people who have healed themselves, and I ran into raw veganism, and I found several people who um, have basically healed all kinds of things with the raw vegan diet, from multiple sclerosis to skin rashes to cancer. So I just decided to give it a try.
wow, how cool. By the way, Miia is Ram or someone's partner. We shot the last podcast together. That was the episode 6, and you guys have started a YouTube channel. I'm gonna post it in the description below so people can maybe see it and subscribe. I'm so curious, what has inspired you to open that YouTube channel, and what is it going to be about?
So we have talked about it for more than a year actually, but we've been just procrastinating with starting it. And I don't know, something has shifted lately that we both felt the inspiration that now it's the time to start. And it's basically about us sharing all the insights that we have had on our own journey. And we are both very much into emotional healing, integration, um, and awakening, essentially,
Oh, wow.
increasing our vibration. So this channel is covers everything that we think that is important for people in their personal integration and healing journey.
Wow, how cool. I can't wait to see your upcoming videos. Okay, so I guess that we should move into today's topic, which is the importance of healthy food. I'm so curious, why do you think it's important to eat healthy? What is the science behind it?
So everything is vibration, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the same way, like some activities that we do, such as watching a violent movie, may contribute to lowering our vibration. There are other activities that can contribute to hiring or raising our vibration, such as meditation. And if you think about it, food is also vibration, and we literally make it part of our bodies. Food becomes our body. So
Oh,
that directly contributes to our personal vibration. So if you think
mm,
about, for example, animal products, to which there is a lot of suffering inherent in that, obviously that impacts our vibration negatively. Whereas if you
Oh.
think about eating what we call healthy diet, is essentially high vibrational foods. And why it is important to eat high vibrational diet? Because when we're in a high vibration, that makes us a match to desirable experiences. Let's say
Mm.
when we are in a
Wow.
lower vibration, we become a match to negative experiences such as um, I don't know, like illnesses and triggering situations or car accidents and things like this. So
Oh,
when we're in
so
a higher
I,
vibration, yeah.
yeah. Okay, go on, please.
Yeah, so when we're in a higher vibration, basically we become a match to those things that we actually desire in our lives.
How cool. So even, I'm not sure if you know Infinite Waters, it's a spiritual YouTube channel.
Yes, I know him.
Yeah, and he's so much into that raw diet. And he explains the fact that your cells actually change in terms of the food that you are introducing your body. So I guess the higher the vibration of the food, the higher you will feel, the better the emotion. And the fact is that, like you said, we attract things and we want things based on our emotion and our thoughts. And if we keep doing low vibrational stuff, for example, like eating meat, we will stay in that low vibration and now we can't create and attract the reality that we want. So
Yeah.
food is important. Food is like really important. I've realized in myself that the moment that I stopped eating meat, I felt lighter and freer and I had more energy maybe. So yeah, food is really important, and you don't only feed your senses with just food. You feed your senses with the music you listen to, with the movies that you watch, with everything. Everything is
With
information,
everything.
actually. Everything is information. We live in a world of information, and
Mhm.
also nature for me is super important. It's like if I spend all day in my house, it's like my energy decreases. So I need nature. I need to go outside and really take some deep breaths, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what kind of food do you eat? Give us some examples. What is an example of a higher vibrational food? What do you recommend for the viewers to eat, actually? Or tell me about your diet.
So I very strongly believe that we humans are meant to be frugivores, which is
What is that?
it's a predominantly fruit eating species. So for example, lions are carnivores, zebras are herbivores, and
Yeah.
monkeys are frugivores.
Okay.
So I basically eat mostly fruit throughout the day. So for example, today I've eaten half a papaya, persimmon, several oranges, and I'm planning
Mm-hmm.
to eat in the evening um, more like savory things such as avocados, tomatoes, olives,
Wow.
and things like that. Maybe some herbs.
Oh, so you mostly eat fruits. I think I want to reach that level also to only eat fruits. And I have realized that the more I have opened myself to my spiritual self, to my energy field, even starting to eat less has become a priority. It's like I wake up in the morning and I'm not even hungry. I
Mhm.
eat the first time around 4 or 5 p.m., you know. It's like
Wow.
my body doesn't need food because I have energy just um, feeding myself with the universal energy, with prana,
Mm.
with universal consciousness, with air. Okay,
Mm.
so there is this
Mhm.
thing called prana, which is life force energy. I'm not sure if it's life force energy or not, but I think it's life force energy, and our body can feed itself with that. So, guys, we as human, we don't need that much food. Me, for example, maybe you do need foods and you can eat all the food that you want. I'm not telling you what to eat what you love. But for me, for example, when I raise my consciousness and my energy, it's like I crave for lighter foods, you know?
Definitely. And it's also important to recognize that there is a reason why most people crave heavier foods, why most people are attracted to things like cheese and bread and meat even. And that's because at this moment they are vibrationally matched to those things. They have,
Yeah.
for example, suppressed emotions that are keeping them at that level, and switching to, let's say, a raw vegan diet for them overnight would bring up a lot of those suppressed emotions to the surface, and it might be very, very hard actually to do that.
Mm.
So what I
What do you think
tell
the solution is?
I think the solution is, first of all, to learn to be present with our emotions so that we can handle the things that come up as we transition. And also to be compassionate with ourselves as we go about the change. Like, of course, we can make small changes, like, let's say, somebody with a standard Western diet can start by giving up animal products and becoming a vegan and eating abundant vegan diet with everything they want. This could be the first step. And then when we sleep back sometimes, let's say we're feeling low, we're feeling lonely or something, and we sleep back and we start eating cheese or something, to be compassionate with ourselves and not feel like, oh my God, I failed, but more look at, okay, why
Oh,
did I have the necessity to eat that thing? What's there
yeah,
underneath?
yeah. Yeah, super important not to not be hard on yourself. So guys, for example, if you find yourself eating a lot of meat, maybe you can still eat meat, but also eat some fruits or some vegetables. That would be a good solution in raising your vibration. Even one banana a day may really shift your vibration. Guys, sorry we lost connection, but we are back on track right now. And Miia was speaking about if you can't really make the complete step in one step of going vegan or vegetarian, you should have compassion for yourself. Like, for example, if you eat a lot of meat, just eat one fruit besides that. You can keep eating meat, but also maybe decrease it. And don't think that we are here to tell you what you eat because you have free will. You can eat what feels good, maybe. But we are only saying that there is a high vibrational perspective regarding food, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it all goes in steps. Like, even raw veganism might sound like a kind of out there concept, but even that is not the ultimate truth or the ultimate reality. We are all going in kind of like in steps towards increasing our vibration. And in this human life there is probably no such thing as reaching the ultimate goal or something.
Yeah, because I feel that there is always more. And the
Yeah.
paradox is that you are, if you are becoming aware of where you are right now and what you have right now, and be complete in that process, that will create the space for you to actually accomplish and perceive and be more. I've just shooted a video today speaking about how the best way to get more is to actually be grateful for everything that you have around yourself, and
Mm,
that may even mean a hard moment or depression. Okay, so
mm,
it's like you have to accept that that's depression, you have to accept that low vibration, you have to enjoy it at
yes,
some level, and really trusting is so important in my perspective.
absolutely. Yeah, like you talk mentioning depression and low vibrational emotions, it really brings me to my own personal journey where the more I clean my body, the more I run into things such as grief, that I can't, like, I just have to feel it. If I want to continue on this path, there's no other way around it but just allow the grief to take over and be with that. And sometimes it's there for weeks.
Yeah, yeah, important. It's like acceptance of what is like the best way to increase your vibration. It's like
Mm,
it's like you should become greedy about loving yourself. You should
mm,
become greedy about your flaws, your fears, the fact that you don't have courage sometimes. Sometimes I feel that I don't have enough courage, but I start to love that. It's me, man. It's me. Sometimes I can't express myself, but I totally
mm,
understand that. I have to love myself, you
mm,
know. I have to love
mm,
myself and give myself compassion, and that creates the space for more and more and more and more and more. So yeah.
mm.
We could also
Yeah.
speak about all kind of other topics than food. Like, tell me about your spiritual journey. What has made you become interested in these topics, like spirituality and spiritual awakening, maybe, or something like this?
Wow. Um, I can't really remember when it started, to be honest. I feel like I've been on that path all my life to some degree. Um, and at some point, I must have been um, 20 or something,
Yeah.
which is now 10 years ago. I started reading about channeling, I think, people channeling other consciousnesses. And this was really intriguing for me.
Mm.
And I started getting kind of like adopting new perspectives through that.
Just a
Um,
second, guys. Let's say hello to Hazel. This is Hazel, our cat.
Hazel,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, his name is Hazel. He's really smart, like the smartest cat I've ever seen. Okay, Hazel, feel free to go. Yeah, go on, please.
Yeah, and really, I think the after that, after I started reading people channeling other uh, forms of
Entity, yeah,
consciousnesses,
yeah.
I at some point I decided to take ayahuasca, and this was probably the
Mm,
next step. That was kind of a catalyst for change, and it was the most intense experience in my life so far,
mm,
to that point. And after that, I decided to go vegan, which was probably another thing that allowed me to increase my vibration. Um,
yeah.
and quite soon after going vegan, I met Ram. And then together we started doing a lot of emotional work. So emotional healing, going directly into the emotional trauma of childhood. And that really changed things for me. And that
How
kind of
cool. How
accelerated
cool.
everything.
I'm so curious about ayahuasca. I think I might do it one day, but I'm not sure our consciousness needs any type of drugs in order to be complete. Yes, these are good tools. Yes, these are powerful tools that you can use in order to create new connections into your brain and into your heart. And I've heard about the ayahuasca that it shows things about yourself that you never thought were possible before. But at the same time, I realized that I can be natural and feel a natural high. That is something I am grateful for from the universe.
Yeah.
It's like a gift I have received to live in that good emotion almost of all the time. But it has been a long way to here because I have also been through hell. I'm not sure if you're familiarized with the dark night of the soul. Hey, Hazel?
Yeah, yes, definitely. I mean, it's something that it hasn't been for me such an specific period of my life, but more like something that is always in the background.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In a way, my dark night of the soul is still happening at some level, but I
Mm.
have managed to find balance out of it, and maybe I have gained some cool wisdom out of it. It's like
Mm.
I've never imagined myself experiencing that, and after I got out of it, it's like my mind has received an upgrade. It's like there's a new version of myself coming up.
Mm.
So I'm so curious about channeling other types of consciousness. I have a question. What does another type of consciousness mean to you?
What does it mean to me?
Yeah.
Well, when I said that, I was referring to things like uh, people channeling extraterrestrial consciousness,
Wow.
or future uh, self, consciousness
Okay.
of the future self, and things like
Yeah.
that are not in the
I feel that
current.
I'm also into channeling, and I feel that the easiest channel I have is my higher self, which at some level
Mm.
is also me. So yeah, but I'm also curious in speaking with a higher dimensional maybe, or a consciousness that is coming from the future maybe. Who knows how I can connect to that? But I'm curious, what is the practice? How do you actually channel it? Have you channeled something external to yourself or another type of consciousness?
So what I was saying earlier is that I was reading other people's experiences or other people's messages that they have channeled. And sometimes I find that, for example, when I write inspirational texts, which I do a lot,
Mm,
it's a mixture of where I simply surrender to something coming through me and me deciding what to write. It's like a interplay between those two. And
yeah.
I can't tell what it is that I'm channeling. It could be also my higher self. It could be a parts of myself. But it's, for me, it's simply a state of allowing and not thinking, very much allowing
Mm,
things to just
yeah.
come
Yeah.
through and not controlling.
So I guess channeling happens as a connection between the mind and the heart. At least how I do it is I really open myself to a new focus. It's like when I'm really focused, for example, when I shoot a video, it's like things become easier to speak. I feel the good emotion. I feel that something out of myself may talk to me through me. And yeah, but
Mm.
who knows? Yeah. So this is my type of channeling. But I guess everybody does channeling at some level
Mm.
because I believe that God or whatever that higher consciousness is like available to everybody. So everybody has the
Definitely.
opportunity to channel themselves. And I think the best way to channel something is to start create something that you are passionate about, right?
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody has the potential to channel. It's just a matter of trusting that we can do that.
Hmm. Okay, cool. Any other topics you'd like to grasp on? Maybe if you have a question for me, what if you have a question for me, I'm open for it.
Hmm. What's your main way or favorite way to increase your vibration?
Oh, I guess it's doing videos actually.
Following your passion?
Yeah, following my passion and really maybe also nature. Nature is my best way to increase my vibration. Maybe food, maybe some exercise, but I guess my favorite way is really doing the videos. Those
Well,
weird ass videos.
hmm,
Yeah.
yeah, doing what you love. I find that as well. That's very effective
Yeah.
way to get into the
Yeah.
high vibration state.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Doing what you love is super important. Okay, Mia. Anything else?
Mm, I guess there is an infinite amount of topics we could talk about, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that we covered a pretty good um,
yeah.
amount of
I have
information so far.
yeah, I have a question for you. How do you think this new age information and this new age consciousness will affect the planet?
Mm, I think that we are in a transition together with the planet somehow. That the planet is also transitioning to a new type of existence and being, and we are kind of in synchronicity with that, transitioning our consciousness. And and I mean, they both must affect each other. The new consciousness, I mean, it's much more inclusive and in the unity based thinking, so of course that will be beneficial to the planet because we will be able to take better care of the planet and take it as part of ourselves and not abuse it and exploit it.
Yeah. Another question would be, do you think that there is this higher intelligence guiding us and connecting us all? Do you think that there is something like really playing the cards and playing the game for us all?
I think that's us,
It's us at some
ourselves.
level, right? Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah, it's us.
Yep.
We just
But
don't know
so,
it, so we think it's a higher consciousness because we're not connected to that part of ourselves. But it is
mhm.
actually us. That's what I think.
Wow. So many people talk about the fact that our consciousness at some level is physical, but at some level is non-physical. So it's
Hmm.
like we also live in maybe the astral realm. This is where our higher
Absolutely.
self is. It's like there is intelligence guiding us. We are not random here on the planet. There is this higher intelligence
Absolutely.
guiding us all. And the more that you become aware of it, the more you for me, for example, the more you will begin to realize that the more I let go, the more I start to create my own reality, the more I step into doing what I love. And I see that things are coming up together, even in the external world
Yeah,
right now. It's like,
absolutely.
yeah, you know. So yeah, guys,
We're
be
we're
aware of the.
choosing here. We're all choosing to be here in every moment. There's nothing random, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like if you're here, you're choosing to be here. You might not be aware of that, but on some level, it's a choice.
of course, of course. So important to for me, for example, it's so weird because before I got into spirituality, it was like I was this regular guy who was living a normal life, but then boom, something clicked and my reality has shifted in all kind of beautiful ways. Also, hard moments were there, but I got the bliss from the universe to actually look at myself and question myself and actually think about my life, because my life is not useless. My life is not random. I have the
Mm.
capability to actually create and love everything.
Yes, exactly. And you have a purpose. You create a purpose for yourself to come here, and you're choosing to be here. We just forget about it. And
Yeah.
our path is to reconnect to that purpose and the original plan that our soul has for us. Why are we here? What's our
Mm,
what are our
exactly.
lessons that we're here for?
Exactly. It's like everybody has a purpose on the planet. That is super important for these guys, for everybody to realize, because sometimes
Yes.
people get in the mundane stuff like Facebook, or how do I look on Instagram. Yes, that may also has its role, that may also have its role, but really think about yourself. What are you willing to step into? What are you willing to create? What are you willing to make out of your life? Do you really want to live in a regular job from 9 to 5 and really get bored all the day? Or do you really want to start questioning yourself and really activating your potential
Mm.
with the intention
Yeah.
maybe of helping the world, you know?
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Mia, anything else?
No, I'll just stay and enjoy here.
Oh,
I'm at
what
the
a nice
rooftop
view.
and
Wow.
in a organic farm, and so I will go and enjoy some fruit from the garden and with Ram.
Wow.
And
Where are you right now? In what
we're
country?
we're in Canary Islands, Spain.
Oh, how cool. Nice. Español, ¿cómo se llama? Hello,
Nice,
everybody, Español. Yeah, perfect.
good start.
How is Ram?
He's doing well. He's working downstairs.
Okay, so you guys have like workshops? What's the word? I can find the word. Do you sustain workshops? Like you are creating the workshops and people come there?
Yes, so when we are in Berlin, which is our base, we do workshops a few times a month. We have something called Cacao and Conscious Touch, where we do a cacao ceremony and we facilitate a conscious touch and cuddle experience for people. We also do authentic relating workshops where people can relate to each other from a vulnerable and authentic space. And we
Mm-hmm.
do also shadow work workshops, which is like more like a full day deep dive into our subconscious mind and a bit
Wow.
more intense. So yeah.
Maybe if we keep in contact, maybe I'd like to visit one day and really speak in front of people there at the workshop. I'd really love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely talk about that. Are you in Romania?
Yeah, I live in Romania right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy to come from there. So yeah, we can definitely keep that in mind.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Mia, I guess this is it. Thank you for being here in my podcast, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have reached this minute, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Really interesting topics and really useful topics, like food is really important, doing what you love, also channeling, I love that, and many more. Thank you for being here with me, and Mia, it was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And much
Okay,
love to all of you.
maybe if you have something to say for my So for the people viewing this.
Just learn to feel. Learn to feel what's happening inside of you and
Mm-hmm.
get intimate with yourself. That's my
Wow.
message.
Thank you, Miia. Guys, thank you for watching. This was the 7th episode of A Place for High Vibrations podcast. My guest was Miia. And thank you, Miia. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you.
And you have a really beautiful smile. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. See ya, guys. Thank you.
Bye.